In today's society, we are continuously exposed to images from the world around us. In this lesson, I will show you the choices that are made behind visual depictions. With this knowledge, you will be able to critically receive and understand images and the intended purpose behind them. Furthermore, you will have the knowledge to question the composition and the colors of an image to gain otherwise unseen insight. I'm sure you can recognize the social media networks before you. Twitter, Facebook, Google+. These are all forms of communication we use daily. But look at the messages. All must be shared to win the war, Google+. Twitter, be brief, the enemy might be listening. Facebook, join the cause, your friends' farms need you. All these seem silly upon first glance. Governments, even people in power or those who want to spread a message use this language and these visual representations to influence a target audience. This is called propaganda. Propaganda operates under the purpose of persuasion. It alters views in order to influence an audience's belief. This includes political, social, religious, ethical, and economic views. Here is another example of propaganda. This image comes from the popular BBC show Doctor Who. As you can see, the big bold letters are aligned with a powerful looking Dalek, the metal robot looking subject. This subject in the forefront makes me feel belittled, like I am looking up to it. There are a lot of hard angles that give me an unsettling feeling. To add, the lack of color variation is overwhelmingly harsh. The red is simply jaunting. When viewing propaganda, it is important to consider color and angles as I just modeled for you. Color can have a symbolic or atmospheric purpose. Whoever created this image chose it for a reason, and it is important to consider that reason. You may also want to note the contrast. It is also important to consider what is in the picture and how it is framed. You may want to consider the distance or angle the subject is framed at. The shot may provide commentary on the action or the person, or perhaps both. Perhaps the distance may emotionally connect the audience to the subject, or maybe it will alienate them. The point of view may convey power if the camera is low, or weakness if the camera is high. Finally, the background may reinforce our attention to the subject if it is unobtrusive, or it may do the opposite if it is chaotic. This picture to me looks softer. The two subjects are at eye level and unthreatening. There are many colors and shapes in the background to keep my interest. I find this to be a positive image, even though it says, "Demons run when a good man goes to war." And trust me, I'm the doctor. On this slide and the next, I have pictures that generally convey the same messages, but using different propaganda techniques. Critically view each silently and think about how it makes you feel. Just like the other images, perhaps one was visually harsher to you. Maybe the angles felt uplifting or the colors connected your knowledge to something familiar. Either way, these images were designed to persuade your decision. Here is an image of Mao Zedong before the communists ruled in China. This too is propaganda. This image evokes a sort of peacefulness. Mao is standing openly and stoic, leading me to believe he is an honest and strong individual. The colors are soft and natural, and the background is serene. This image allows me to see the good in Mao Zedong because of the artistic display of his apparent personality. Just slightly after his rule began and the People's Rebellion took off, this propaganda poster was created. I can clearly see who has power in this poster because the subject is shot from a low angle, making him large and menacing. The red, white, and black are again used harshly. There seem to be no other interpretations to be made from this depiction of people's power. I am frightened into compliance when viewing this image. Thank you for listening to my talk about viewing propaganda. I hope you can view the world through a more critical lens now. And as Rosie the Riveter says, we can do it.